Good morning, everyone. Shall we start our class? So the last class we discussed Active Directory fourth class, and we discussed trust relationship, how to create the trust between two different domains. Now today we have an Active Directory fifth class, and today we have two topics we are going to discuss. The first one, so today we have two topics in Active Directory fifth class. The first one is sites, and the second topic we are going to discuss RODC server. Okay, so first we'll start with one small topic, theory topic is there, that is very important for us. So first tell me, Active Directory is a Microsoft brand service. By the help of this service, we can design the servers, we can manage the domain there. So if you want to design the domain model, if you want to create DC, clients, member servers, users, and if you want to create backup server, if you want to create tree, if you want to create forest, we require Active Directory domain service here. So Active Directory domain service is used for to make one system as a server, or to make one system as a domain controller here, right? Now your entire network information is available in server, right? All clients, all users, all user password, user permission, user settings, right? The entire network information is available in server. Okay, but actually where this information is going to store, this information is going to store in our Active Directory domain service database file. Now an Active Directory domain service database file name is ntds.dit, new technology directory service dot directory information tree. Now this is a file I am saying, so this is a one file, and this file contains your complete network information. Okay, so what information? All the servers, all the users, user properties, user permission, user settings, your backup servers, your tree information, right? Your forest information, trust between two different forest information, your entire network information is going to store in this file, right? But where this file is located, if anyone is asking to you, sir, where this file is located, what is the location of this file? So you can say, sir, you can go to the DC, you can go to your server. So this is my DC, this is my domain controller. In that you can go to the computer, and you can open the C drive, and in C drive we have folder Windows. In Windows folder you can find, if you come down, you can find one folder by the name of NTDS, right? And if you open this NTDS folder, inside this NTDS folder you can find one file, that is ntds.dit. so this is called Active Directory database file. Okay, but this file is a logical file, right? So we cannot open this file, right? And we cannot see actual what data is available. If anyone is saying, sir, I want to open this file in Notepad, right? Can you open forcefully in Notepad? Yes, you can open. But can you check exactly what data is available? No. You will get only special characters or boxes like that. But how to store the data in this file, how to manage this file, and how to modify this file here, if you want to add something, remove something. So then Microsoft is saying, if you want to store the data in Active Directory database file, we have to take the help of Active Directory consoles. By the help of this Active Directory console, ADAC, ADDT, ADSS, ADUC, right, DNS service, and group policy, by the group policy management console, by the help of these consoles we can add the resources, or we can remove the resources, or adding the objects, removing the objects, modifying the objects, we can do it inside this file, right? But tell me, this file is a single file or multiple file? Single file. This file contains complete network information or not here, right? So this file contains all the servers, all the clients, users, user password, OUs, groups, right, permission, entire network information is going to store in this single file. But if I store the GBs of data in single file, different types of files, different types of information, if I store, all the data is mixed up or not here, right? So that's why this file logically is divided to 4 partitions. Logical is divided to 4 partitions. Actually it's a single partition, single file actual, but logical is divided to how many partitions here? 4 partitions. Actually, what is partition? Example, estimate in your home you have one computer, and in that computer you have one E drive. Now tell me, in E drive can you store any type of file? Yes. So GBs of data you're storing in E drive, directly in E drive. Your document files, your picture files, your application file, your software, your movies file, you're storing all the data in E drive, and all the data is available in E drive. But in future, you want to search one document file. So easily, can you search the document file in E drive? No, because the data is mixed up, right? You have to check from top to bottom. So it means you're not managing the data in systematic order. But we can manage the data in systematic order also. How? In E drive, create 4 folders. One for your movies, one for your pictures, one for your softwares, one for your document files, right? You store all the data in document folder. You store all the data, applications data, in your software folder. You store all your movies file in movies folder. If you store all the picture files in your picture folder. So in future, you are the person and you want to search one document file. Open the E drive, open the document data folder, right? Document folder. Can you find all the document file in one place or not here? Yes, if you want to search on applications, open the E drive, open the software folder, you can find all the softwares application in one location. So it means we are managing the data in systematic order. The same thing microservicing, this is a single file, right? Your entire network, your domain, your tree, your forest, trust between 2 different forests, applications, information is available in this database file. But this file is a single file. But logically, this file is divided into 4 partitions. Logically divided into 4 partitions. I will give you the chance to copy, then you can copy. First, try to understand. That is very important. Now, this database file, Active Directory database file entities.dit, logically is divided into 4 partitions, and these partitions are called directory partitions. It's called what here? Directory partition. And each partition is having their own name, and each partition contains their own information also. So what is the first partition name? The first partition name is schema. The first partition is what here? Schema. And the last class, already we learned this schema role. Schema is a role, Active Directory role. Schema master is a role, Active Directory role. In FSMO class, we discussed, right? So schema master contain what? The schema contains rules and definitions. Rules and definitions. So schema contains information, your rules and definitions, information. So what is the meaning of rules and definitions? When you're creating user account, we are following some method. That method rules are designed by the schema. When you're making client machine, member server, when you're making DC, ADC, client, child, trust between 2 different forests, all these methods, rules are designed by the help of schema. So schema contains rules and definitions, information. Now next partition. Your next partition is called configuration partition. Next partition is what here? Configuration. What configuration partition contain? Configuration partition contains your network logical structure of Active Directory information, right? Logical structure of Active Directory information means what? In my network, which server is the first one? Who is the forest root domain? That information. In that, how many backup servers we have? How many child domains are there? How many grandchild domains are there? How many NDF domains are there, like soft.com? In that, we have sssoft.com. This information is going to store in configuration partition. And not only this one, if you're creating the trust between 2 different forest domains, like last class, we created trust between zoom.com and IBM. So this information also is going to store in your configuration partition. So configuration partition contain logical structure of your Active Directory information. Okay. Now next partition is called domain partition. Now what this domain partition contain? Domain partition contain specific domain objects information. Means what? Example, I have a domain zoom.com. In zoom.com domain, I'm creating some user accounts, user 1, user 2, OUs, groups. So this information is going to store in domain partition. So domain partition contains specific domain objects information, users, groups, OUs, information is going to store in domain partition. Now come to the last partition. The last partition is called application partition. Last partition is called what here? Application. Now tell me please, what is application? Application means what? If anyone is asking to you in interview, said what is application, sir? Yeah, you're saying application means programs, applications, right? Your softwares, Java, C++, MS Office, this is called application. But here in this diagram, yet application means not your softwares. Application means not your softwares. So here application means which services are integrated with Active Directory, which services are running with your Active Directory. That is called integrated services with Active Directory. That services and that service data information is going to store in application partition. So application partition contain integrated services with Active Directory. Example, I want to make one system as a DC. So tell me, to make DC, what I require? To make DC, what service we require? Active Directory domain service. To make one system as a DC, I require Active Directory domain service. By the help of Active Directory domain service, I can make server. But to each and every server, we require unique name or not here. And this name we are assigning by the help of DNS service. So now tell me, the DNS service is running with our Active Directory or not here? And Active Directory is depend on DNS service, and DNS service is integrated with Active Directory. When I'm installing the Active Directory, automatically DNS service installing or not here? So you can say DNS service is integrated with Active Directory, and this DNS service and the DNS service database, this information is going to store in application partition. So application partition contain what information? Integrated services with Active Directory. What services you are running with your Active Directory? That service data information is going to store in application partition. So you can say application partition contain integrated services with Active Directory. Example, DNS and DNS database. Okay, like this. Later I want to configure DHCP service also. Later I want to configure WDS service. We have a topic about this one. We'll discuss later. But I'm running with Active Directory this many services. So this many services and services data information is going to store in application partition. So you can see here schema contain what? Rules and definition. Configuration partition contain logical structure of Active Directory. Domain partition contain specific domain objects information. Example, zoom.com, that users and OUs here. And application partition contain integrated services with Active Directory. And you can see here how many partitions we have? 4 partitions. Microsoft has joined this 4 partition, and Microsoft has created one file, and that file name is what here? ntds.dit, right? So please write down one point there. Please write down one point. Active Directory database file. Active Directory database file. Active Directory database file. ntds.dit. Active Directory database file. ntds.dit. Logically is divided into Active Directory database file ntds.dit logically is divided into 4 directory partitions. Logically is divided into 4 logically is divided into 4 directory partitions. Logically is divided into 4 directory partitions. Okay, then please copy this slide. Please copy this slide. And this is very important for you, because whenever you go to the interview, it will ask this question: sir, what is Active Directory database file, and what this file contained, and how this file is divided into how many directory partitions? You have to give the answer. Okay, now come to the next topic today. Like last class, we discussed Active Directory roles. So please tell me, in Active Directory how many roles we have? 5 or 6? 6. We have total 6 roles. But on the day we discuss only 5 roles. And these 5 roles are called flexible, single, master, operational. Because between DC and ADC, DC is a master. All the roles are available in DC. And by the help of this FSMR roles, we can make DC to ADC and ADC to DC. Easily we can transfer, or we can cease to make DC to ADC and ADC to DC. Now on that day we left one role. That role is called what here? Global catalog. And this global catalog is called multi-master operation role. So today we'll discuss what is the use of this global catalog role, and if it is not available, how to configure. So please write down the heading. Our next topic, global catalog. And please copy this page. It's done, finished. Please write down one more point there. Global catalog is a multi-master operation role. Global catalog is a multi-master operation role. Okay. Now try to understand here. The microservicing first 5 roles are called flexible single master operation roles. Single master means between DC and ADC. DC is a master. All the roles are available in DC. That's why it's called single master. But microservicing global catalog is called multi-master operation role. So it means I can install this role, right, in multiple domains in my forest. I can install this role in multiple domains in my forest. That's why it's called multi-master operation role. Now see this diagram and tell me, this is called single forest or multiple forest here? This is a single forest. Who is the forest root domain here? Zoom.com is called forest root domain. So now tell me how many domains we have now. I have 5 domains. Okay, good. How many servers? 5 servers. One is zoom.com, one is MCSC, one is MCTS, one is soft.com, one is ss.soft.com. Now try to understand here. When I'm making DC, zoom.com, when I'm making DC, I require what here? Active Directory service, I require DNS service. And you can see it. With Active Directory with DNS service, one box is checked. That is called global catalog, right? Now tell me, without global catalog box, can we make this machine as a DC? No, we cannot uncheck that box because by default box is checked. Global catalog is available in root server. But like this, I want to make one system as a backup server. Example, the system 2. I want to make ADC for this DC, right? I want to make ADC. I want to make this machine as a backup server. So DC is my primary server. ADC is a backup. So to make ADC, we require Active Directory service. We require DNS service. So not on me. When I'm making ADC, I'm installing Active Directory. I'm giving the domain name, and in next page, DNS box is checked. By the help of DNS, we are making ADC. We are giving the name to the server. That is good. But by default, global catalog box also is checked, and the ADC is a subdomain. ADC is a subdomain. But tell me, in subdomains, we require global catalog service. No, without global catalog service, can you make ADC? Yes. So like this, I made the system 2 as a ADC without global catalog service, right? Like this, when I'm making child also, we require Active Directory, we require DNS service, and child also is a subdomain. Without global catalog, I can make child. We can uncheck. Like this, we have one grandchild MCTS. Without global catalog service, I make this machine as a NDF domain, my grandchild domain. Like this, I make the system 4 as a NDF domain, soft.com, without global catalog. Like this, ss.soft.com domain also is there in my forest. But only Active Directory is the DNS set, global catalog is not there. So now tell me, in whole forest, we have total 6 servers, 5 domains. But now tell me, the global catalog service is available in which domain? In zoom.com server, in zoom.com domain only. Now what is the use of this global catalog service? The microservicing, wherever the global catalog service is available, that particular domain is having their own domain complete information. That particular domain means only zoom.com domain, because global catalog is available in zoom.com domain. So this zoom.com domain is having their own domain complete information. Means under zoom.com, how many servers you have? We have 2 servers, system 1 DC, system 2 ADC, and how many clients we have. And when you're creating some user accounts, users, user password, user permission, the complete network information is available in zoom.com domain by the help of global catalog service here, right? Fine. But the same time, zoom.com domain also is having other domains information, which is present in the forest. By the help of global catalog service, the zoom.com domain is having partial information of other domain, which is present in the forest. So it means what? The zoom.com is having information of MCTS domain, but not users. The zoom.com is having information of MCSC and MCTS domain, but only the domains, not user. If I create the user account in MCTS domain, M1, this user information is available in MCTS Active Directory only, but MCTS information is available in MCSC, and MCSC information is available in zoom.com domain by the help of global catalog. Like this, the zoom also is having information of soft.com domain. Zoom also is having information of ss.soft.com domain here. But under ss.soft.com domain, I'm creating some user accounts. So this user's information is not available in zoom.com domain. Zoom is having all information of ss.soft.com domain information. So it means wherever the global catalog service is available, that machine, that server is having their own domain complete information. It's called host domain also. And the partial the partial information of other domain, which is present in the forest here. So that's why you can see the first line is written here. The global catalog contains the complete information of host domain. Host domain means where the global catalog service is running, and partial information of other domain which is present in my forest here. Okay, but actually what is the use of global catalog service? You can see the second line, global catalog against the searching against the global catalog here, and individual domain do not have to be queried. In the most cases, global catalog can be resolved here. We'll take one example here to understand what is the use of this one. What is the use of global catalog? Now first try to understand what is index. Right? Example, today I'm giving one MCSC big book to you. Nearly 1000 pages are there, and right now you don't know on which page Active Directory is there. And first day you're touching this book. So what is the easy and best method to reach to the Active Directory chapter page? Index. But assume it index page is not there. When you're opening the cover page, index page is missing. Then what you will do? Can you reach to Active Directory chapter, or you will close the book? You will say, sorry, I will not use this book. But that information you require, then what you will do? You will search. How you will search? Turn each and every page. The same thing try to understand here. This is called my single forest, and within the forest we have a default trust. Within the forest we have a default trust. Yes, we no need to create the trust. Last class we discussed within the forest we have default trust. One domain user can log into other domain. So example, in this domain, in SS domain, I created one user account S1, and one day this S1 user want to log in from MCTS domain clients. Can we log in or not here? Yes, without permission of admin you can log in. You can type your name @ your domain name ss.soft.com and password. So once you press enter, this client is working for MCTS domain. It will forward the request to MCTS domain Active Directory to search the user accounts. But tell me, in MCTS Active Directory domain, we have any information of S1 user? No. SS domain? No. Soft.com? No. So MCTS will forward the request to MCSC. MCSC will forward the request to Zoom. And you can observe here, Zoom is a forest root domain, and Zoom is having other domains information which is present in the forest by the help of global catalog service here. So Zoom will forward the request to soft.com, soft to SS, SS will give authentication back to soft, soft to Zoom, Zoom to MCSC, MCSC to MCTS, MCTS to client, then user can log in. So now tell me, within the forest, one domain user can log into other domain? Yes. But tell me here, logon service is fast or logon service is slow here? Slow. Can we improve? Can we go for faster logon service? Yes, by the help of shortcut trust. And shortcut trust, as admin, manually we have to create between selected domains. I want faster logon service between MCTS domain and between SS domain. So manually we have to create the shortcut trust between these two domains. Right? We have to create the shortcut trust between MCTS domain and between ss.soft.com domain. But shortcut trust automatically will create, or we have to create manually? Manually. But before creating shortcut trust, we have to check so many things. What? First, forest function level, domain function level we have to check, right? Then we have to exchange the IP addresses, MCTS IP in SS domain and SS domain IP in MCTS. We have to exchange. Then we have to create the trust from any one site. When you're creating the trust, I need other administrator name and password. Then we can create the trust. So this many requirements are there. Okay. By the help of this, fulfilling these requirements, we can make the shortcut trust. But as an administrator, I don't want to go all this one. I'm not interested to share the name and password. And as an administrator, I don't want to share my IP addresses also, right? I don't want to go for this shortcut trust. So then Microsoft is saying, if you don't want to take the help of shortcut trust, then take the help of global catalog. If you don't want to go for shortcut trust, take the help of global catalog. In which domain your user want to log in very fast? Go to the domain and configure the global catalog service. So my SS domain users want to log in very fast from MCTS domain. So go to this MCTS domain and configure the global catalog service. And configuring global catalog service is so easy. Two methods are there. Initially, when installing Active Directory, that time you can check the box, global catalog install. But that time I not check the box. I completed my server installation. Okay. Then later I need global catalog service. It's very simple. Without restarting the server, without reinstalling Active Directory, we can go to this server, we can go to Active Directory, and we can configure global catalog service. One small box is there. Check that box, global catalog, and apply OK. So global catalog service is successfully configured in which domain? Between MCTS domain. So now tell me, MCTS domain now what is having information? The MCTS domain is having their own domain complete information. By the help of global catalog service, now MCTS domain also is having other domains partial. Means other domains information, but not users, not user passwords, right? So now MCTS is having information of MCSC, Zoom also, soft.com also, and SS domain. So means MCTS is having information of SS domain. So next day, S1 user, which belongs to SS domain, is logging from MCTS client. The client is sending the request to MCTS domain, and this time, by the help of global catalog service, my MCTS domain is having information of SS domain. So this time, MCTS will not forward the request to MCSC domain for authentication directly by the help of global catalog service. By collecting information, the MCTS domain will forward the request to SS domain. SS will give authentication back to MCTS, MCTS to client, then user can log in successfully. So not only login service is fast or slow here? Fast, because the searching domains are fast here. So that's why it's written here. Individual domain do not have to be querying the most cases. Global catalog can be resolved to search the domains, and login service is fast here. Okay. Now, I have one user account here in MCTS domain, that is a M1, and this M1 user want to log in very fast. M1 user want to log in from ss.soft.com clients. Can we log in or not here? So user is typing his name, his domain name, that is mcts.mcsc.zoom.com. So not only once you press enter, this client will forward the request first to SS domain Active Directory, but ss.soft.com domain is having any information M1 and password, or MCTS domain? No, right? SS will forward the request to Soft will forward the request to Zoom will forward the request to MCSC, then MCTS will give authentication because account is available here, then back to MCSC, then Zoom to Soft to SS to client, then user can log in. Now tell me, it's taking long time or short time for authentication? Long time. Can we reduce the authentication request time by the help of global catalog service? Can we go for faster logon service? Yes. So go to the SS domain and configure the global catalog service. So once you configure the global catalog service, SS domain is having their own domain complete information. At the same time, SS is having other domains partial information. So next day, when M1 user, which belongs to MCTS, logging from ss.soft.com clients, the request will go to SS domain. And this time, by the help of global catalog service, SS domain is having information of MCTS domain. So directly the SS domain will forward the request to MCTS domain. MCTS will give authentication back to SS to client, then user can log in. So not only login service is fast or slow here? Fast here. But tell me now, in my network, in my forest, I have multiple domains. So now the global catalog service is available in one domain or is available in multiple domains here? Is available in multiple domain. Is available in zoom.com also, is available in SS domain also, is available in MCTS domain. Now like this, can we configure the global catalog service in soft.com domain? Yes. Can we configure the global catalog service in MCSC domain? Yes, we can configure. So now we can see here, global catalog service is available almost in all servers in my domain. So that's why this is called multi-master operation role, we can say, right? So instead of shortcut trust, we can take the help of global catalog to search the domain in the forest, and we can get the faster logon service. And wherever the global catalog service is available, that machine is called DC also, that machine is called backup server, that machine is called child domain. At the same time, that machine is called global catalog server also. So that's why the microservice saying the last line is written, server that hold the copy of global catalog, also called global catalog server. That machine is called DC, maybe backup server, maybe child, maybe NDF domain, but that is also called what here? Global catalog server. Any doubt? But assume it, I'm a new administrator and already this network has established. The previous administrator has configured already this forest. But I'm a new admin. As an admin, I want to know, right? Maybe the global catalog is available in system 1 server, or maybe in system 2 server, or system 3 server, or system 4 server, in which server? If it is not there, I want to configure. So to confirm the global catalog is there in our server or not, in which server is there, in which server is not there, or you want to configure. So Microsoft is saying, take the help of this console. Sorry, just 1 minute, please. So the Microsoft is saying here, if you want to confirm, or you want to add the global catalog service, or remove the global catalog service, or configure, we have to take the help of this console. That is what? Active Directory side and services, right? So by the help of Active Directory side and service, we can add the service, we can confirm the service, or we can remove the service. Any doubt? Yes, sir. Sir, instead of shortcut trust, I can go for global catalog. External trust is between two different forest subdomains, right? External trust. But here we not require external trust. We require shortcut, or instead of shortcut, we can go for external global catalog. Why I'm not going for shortcut trust? Because I have to exchange the IPs. I have to exchange my name and password. I have to create so many manually. We have to go for trust. It's going to take a lot of time. But instead of this one, can we take the help of global catalog or not? Easy to configure and easy option is available. Sir, global catalog is running within the forest, sir. But external trust between two different companies' forest domains, then global catalog will not work here. Shortcut already I have given the example now, sir. Shortcut trust within the forest between two subdomains. Between the domains, if you want faster login, say within the forest, we have to go for shortcut trust. In place of shortcut trust, we can go for global catalog here. Okay. Any other doubt? Yes, sir. Global catalog. When installing Active Directory service, by default, you can find global catalog boxes there. In every version of operating system of server, okay, is available. So please write down our first lab today, configuring global catalog service. Configuring global catalog service. You can say service or you can say role also. Okay, so please write down in system1 DC server. In system1 DC server, open the in system1 DC server, open the ADSS console. ADSS console. Okay, then write down expand the sites. Expand the sites. Then write down expand the default first site. Default first site name. Expand the default first site name. And in that write down expand the servers. And once you expand the servers, you can find your all servers system names, not domain names. If you want to know the domain names, you have to go to Active Directory domain and trust. But if you want to know the server system names like system1, system2, system3, we have to take the help of Active Directory side and service. Once you expand the system servers, so you can see an example. I have 4 servers. System1 is my DC example. System2 is my ADC. System3 is my child domain, and system4 is my NDF domain. So I have 4 servers here. But I want to know in system1 global catalog is there or not. If it is not there, I want to configure. In system2 is there or not. If it is not there, I want to configure here. Okay. So please write down next line. Expand the system1 server name. Expand the servers, and after that write down expand the system name. Expand the system1 server. Expand the system1 server. Then write down, right click on NTDS settings. Right click on NTDS settings. Click on properties. Right click on NTDS settings. Click on properties and check the box global catalog. And check the box global catalog. Check the box global catalog. And click on apply, yes, okay. Click on apply, click on yes, and click on okay. Now once you click apply, once you click yes, once you click okay, your successfully global catalog service is configured. By the same method, in system2 server you can check and you can configure. By same method, you can system3, in system4 also you can configure the global catalog service. Okay, so you can see here now I'm going to my server, that is my system1. So you can check this one. This is my system1. Domain name is what here? Zoom.com server, right? Now we have to go to server manager, go to the tools, open the Active Directory side and services. But once you click this Active Directory side and services, immediately it will not open. It will take at least some seconds times, collect the information, then service will be open. You have to wait here. Now is open, right? So we have to expand what here? Sites. Okay, then last one is what? Default first site name. We have to expand default first site name. In that we have to expand servers. And you can see once you expand servers, we have two servers here. One is system1 server and one is a system2 server, right? So first I want to know in system1 server, global catalog is there or not. If it is not there, I will configure at the same method, same procedure on system2 server. So once you expand the system1 server here, you can find NTDS settings. So we have to right click on this NTDS settings and click on properties, and you can see here one new page will open. In this page we have option global catalog. Box is checked or unchecked? Check. In case if the box is unchecked, is like this, means what? Global catalog is not configured, not installed. So we have to install. Check the box global catalog, click on apply, click on yes, and click on okay. The same method, same procedure in system2 server also. Like if we have system3 server also in system4 and system5, same method, same procedure we have to follow. It's very easy. Okay, done. Now come to the next topic today. Now the last class we discussed logical structure of Active Directory, and in logical structure of Active Directory we discussed what is domain, in that what is DC, what is ADC, what is tree, and what is a forest. But at the same time on that day I say that in Active Directory structure we have physical also. We have a physical means which we can see, right? And the last class we seen in physical structure of Active Directory we have two things. One is domain controllers and one is the sites. Domain controller means server. Your machine is called what here? Domain controller is called server here. That is called physical. We can touch, we can feel. Like this we have sites also. Now what is sites actual here? The Microsoft is saying wherever your servers are placed, that area, that location is called sites here. So example, this is called my single forest, and you can see in my single forest we have multiple domains. I have a system1 DC, system2 ADC, system3 child, system4 is my NDF domain, MCTS domain, ss.south.com. So all these domains are working in my organization or not here? And assume this is my organization building, and this organization building contained in this building we have DC, ADC, child domain, clients, we have member server, we have NDF domains. But all these servers are placed in this organization building, and this organization building is placed in Hyderabad. So this Hyderabad is called site here. Hyderabad is called what here? Site. So the Microsoft is saying wherever your physical servers are placed or located, that area, that location is called what here? Site, you can say. Okay. So please write down this one. Physical structure of Active Directory. And please write down one point there. Wherever your physical servers are placed, that area, location is called sites. Wherever your physical servers are placed, that area, location is called sites. Okay. So wherever your physical servers are placed, that area, location is called site. So today we'll see what is sites and how to configure the sites also if we have requirement. So please write down the heading sites and please copy this page. Is done? Yes, sir. AC. That AC is burned, sir. Yesterday, when the students are on the AC, some spark is came, AC is off. So maybe it's going to under repair. Done, finished. Now we are going for the sites. So wherever your physical servers are placed, that area, that location is called what here? site. So what is the use of these sites here? Try to understand this one. Right now we are working on this network. So now tell me, this is called a single forest or multiple forest here? Is a single forest. But tell me, in single forest, we have a multiple domains or single domain? We have a multiple domains, right? And these multiple domains are available in single forest in my organization, and this organization is in Hyderabad. So you can see we have a multiple domains in my forest, we have multiple domains in my organization, right? I have a DC, I have a ADC, I have a child, I have a grandchild, I have soft.com, I have ss.soft.com. So we have multiple domains in one, in our organization. So now tell me, this is a single site or multiple site here? This is a single site. But how many domains we have? Multiple domains. We have 5 domains. You can say 6 servers we have in single forest. So can we keep multiple domains in single forest? Yes. The Microsoft is saying, you can see the last, this line here is written here. A site can span in multiple domains. So we can keep multiple domain in single site. But how to connect all this one? So to connect all these domains to all these server DC, ADC clients, so we are taking the help of switch, we are taking the local network area or not here? Actually, we have 2 networks here. One is called LAN and one is called WAN. So not only which technology we require to connect all these servers in single site, we require LAN. We no need to purchase WAN, internet line. We no need to purchase the public IP from ISP, is expensive for us. So all the servers are in single location, in single site. We can connect by the help of LAN. Now try to understand. If I create the user account in DC, automatically this account will replicate to my ADC. Yes. If I create one user account in ADC, automatically this account will replicate to my DC. Yes. If I do any changes in group policy of DC, right, it will affect to my all forest users or not here? Yes, it's going to affect. So this is called a single site, right? If the servers are in single site, if the domains are in single site, so always logon service is fast. Always logon service is fast. One domain user can log into other domain or within the forest or within the domain, always is fast. Because example, my user is logging to this client machine. Like user 1 is logging to client machine. If my DC is not working, my ADC will give authentication user logon service is fast or not here? Yes. So like this example, when I'm applying some group policies, always is fast. And here replication is automatic and always replication is fast. If I do anything in DC, that will replicate to my ADC. If I do anything in ADC, that will replicate to my DC, that is going to affect to my user also. So that's why the Microsoft is saying to connect all the servers in the network, we require a well set of connected IP subnet. So we require a set of connected IP address, maybe LAN or maybe a WAN, we have to check. Okay. And the use of the site is what? Site can be generally locate some services like logon service should be fast, replication should be fast, and group policy applications, these group policy settings or policies whatever you are applying should be applied very fast here. If the servers are in, if the domains and servers are in single site here. But what about if your servers or domains are in 2 different locations here? So example, take the help of this diagram here. So right now, assume you are the administrator of this organization and your organization is having 3 branches in 3 different locations. So example, this is the India branch, and in India branch, example, you have a system 1 is your DC by the help of Active Directory service, by the help of DNS service, and this is your DC, this is your primary server, and we have read and writable database. And in this network, we have number of machine as a clients. Okay, so this is called one domain. And here our domain name is zoom.com, right? And if I create one account in DC, so this user can log into this client machine or not here, and this client is sending the request to DC. DC will give authentication, then user can log in very fast. So this is called one site. Okay, but assume it after some time your network has expanded, your business has expanded, and one day your boss is coming, your boss is saying, sir, we are opening the new branch in USA, sir. We are opening one new branch in USA. Your boss is saying, sir, we are opening the new branch in USA. In USA also, sir, we require number of machine as a clients. Your boss is saying, sir, in USA, we require number of machine as a clients. But to make clients, we require server or not here. So your boss is saying, sir, in USA branch, try to understand this one. In USA branch, we require clients. But this machine should be act as a client for zoom.com DC, which is present in India. So I want to make in USA branch, I want to make some clients, but this machine should be a client for my zoom.com DC. Can we make like this? DC in India, clients are in USA. Yes, we can make. If the machines are in same network, we require LAN. If the machines are in 2 different network, if you want connectivity and communication, we require WAN. So connect these 2 branches by the help of ISP internet line, by the help of WAN, and WAN are expensive for you because we require dedicated internet line, we require public IPs. What we are using internet line in our home, that is a basic line that is used for only browsing purpose. But in the corporate purpose, for organization purpose, we require leased internet line with public IP and with good bandwidth speed we require. Okay, so per month, maybe thousands of rupees, maybe 20,000, 30,000 Indian rupees we have to pay for this internet line. Okay, so we have high speed of internet line we connected. So now give one IP to this clients, USA clients, and join this machine to zoom.com DC. Can we join or not here? Yes, we have connectivity and we have a communication. We can join. So now DC in India and clients in USA. So one day the one user is going to this client machine of USA, is typing his name u1 @ zoom.com. So now tell me, from USA client, the U1 user can log in or not? Yes. But the client will go for authentication first. Then user can log in, user can access resource. The client is sending the request via WAN, via from USA to India DC. India DC is having account. India DC is giving authentication back to the USA client. Then user can log in. Like this, so on. Daily, like this work is there. Okay. But estimate, right now our internet line is too fast. That is very good. The request will go to DC, DC will give authentication and user can log in very fast from USA clients. But can you give 100% guarantee 365 days 24/7 your internet line always is fast? Yes? No. So example, next day your internet line is very slow here, but still my user can log into this clients? Yes. But one day between India and USA branch there is no internet line, there is no internet connection, maybe some maintenance problem is there, so that's why internet is down. So not only that day my users can log into this clients? No, right? User cannot log into the clients. Okay, so that day your boss is calling, and is saying, sir, we have some issue here, right? And we want here faster logon service. If internet line is there between India DC or USA branch or not? If there is no internet line but still I want from USA clients, my user should log in always faster. So for that reason we have to make one authentication server. We have to place one authentication server. So if you want faster logon service, right, from USA branch clients, so we require one authentication server. So we have to make one system as a server. But which option is best option? Can we create one more DC by the name of zoom.com? Can we create one more DC primary server by the name of zoom.com? No, we cannot create. Option is not there. And next option we have backup server. Third option we have child domain. So which is the best option? Backup server is best or child domain is best? Backup server is a best, not child domain. By using Active Directory, by the help of Active Directory service, by the help of DNS service, I can make this machine as a child. But what is the name of the child? USA.zoom.com. And child domain is having their own Active Directory. So means child is not having zoom.com user account. So whenever the Zoom user is logging to this client, now this client is working for child domain. So child will forward the request to DC zoom.com. Zoom.com DC will give authentication back to child, child to client, and user can log in. So again, your internet line is depend on your authentication is depend on internet line here. So here the best option is what? Single domain. Best option is what here? Single domain. So create one more DC by the name of zoom.com. But we cannot create one more DC by the name of zoom.com, but we can create one backup server. We can create one backup. So make this machine as a system to in USA backup server, right? And the backup server also is having read and writable database, right? ADC is a backup server, read and writable database. Okay. But when I'm making backup server is asking the domain name. So what is the domain name? Zoom.com, right? So now tell me, in front of you, we have two branches, right? Means India and USA. So we have two sites. But how many domains we have now? We have one domain or two domain. If you go to India, what is the domain name? Zoom.com. If you go to USA, what is the domain name? Zoom.com. So how many domains? Two or one? One domain, single domain. But now tell me how many sites we have? Two sites. So we can take the help of this method and we can keep one domain in two sites. We can create one domain in two sites. So that's why you can see the last line is written. A domain can span in multiple sites. But the method is what? DC and ADC we have to configure, right? So this is called single domain concept. So now tell me, if I create the user account in DC by the help of this internet line, and your internet line is very fast, so all these user accounts, all this group policy will replicate from DC to ADC or not here? Yes. And if I create some user account in ADC of USA, if I do some changes, these accounts are going to replicate to my India DC or not here? Yes, right? Fine. So like this, one day my boss is coming, is saying, sir, in UK also, sir, in UK branch, we are opening the new branch. Here also we require number of machine as a clients, and here also for authentication purpose we require single domain concept server here. So I'm making one single domain by the help of Active Directory, by the help of DNS service, and this machine is our ADC, and this machine is our backup server, and the backup server are having read and writable. But what is the domain name here? Domain name is zoom.com, and connect this UK ADC to India DC by the help of WAN. We can connect, right? Fine. Now tell me, in front of you, how many domains are there? We have single domain or multiple domain? Single domain. How many sites we have? 3 sites. One is India, one is USA, and one is a UK. So now tell me here, between India and USA branch, there is no internet line. One day internet line is totally dropped, right? There is no internet line, but still my U1 user, U2 user can log into USA clients very fast or not here? Yes, because this time the request going to USA ADC. ADC will give authentication because ADC contains same name and same password. User can log in. So not tell me, logon service is fast or slow here? Fast here. Your group policies, replication also is fast or? Yes, is a fast here. Okay, because we are using. So here if I create one account in India DC, that will replicate to India USA DC, and that also will replicate to my UK DC. If I create one account in USA ADC, this account will first will update to India DC, then it will replicate to my UK DC. In UK ADC, if I create one user account, that account first will replicate to my India DC, then it will replicate to my UK ADC. So it means we have a multiple sites and single domain we have, right? But here you can observe here, this diagram is called single site, but how many domains we have? Multiple domains, single site, and this is called, we have single domain in multiple sites we have. Okay, but here our replication is depend on LAN. So always replication is fast, always replication is automatic, we no need to do anything, right? And group policies and login service always is fast. But here your replication is depend on your WAN, is depend on your WAN. If your WAN is fast, internet line is there fast, your replication always is fast here, right? So that's why the companies what is doing is keeping internet line high end speed of internet lines, right? Is keeping between servers for replication, right? But estimate your work, your in a day you're creating 1 GB user, 1000 user accounts here in DC, and you're creating 1000 user account in USA DC. So now tell me, I'm keeping internet line between India DC 24/7, right? 24/7. Okay, so now tell me how much time I need to replicate the user account from India DC to USA DC and USA DC to India DC. Daily my job is what? As an admin, I'm a junior admin, my job is what? Daily creating 1000 user accounts. So how much time it will take to replicate 1000 user account from India DC to USA DC and USA DC to India DC? Because, and second thing, your internet line is dedicated and is always fast. How much time? Not few seconds, because the data is transferring from one country to other country. So it means maximum it will take 1 hour time. Example, it will take how much time here? 1 hour. Within 1 hour, this replication will complete from India DC to USA DC and USA DC to India DC. But observe here, after 1 hour, there is no replication between DC and ADC. But still my internet line is working there. Still internet line is using. So it means what? I'm wasting the bandwidth. I'm wasting the bandwidth. If I'm wasting the bandwidth, I have to pay the more money to my ISP or not here? And here you can observe here, second thing, replication is not on our schedule. Replication is not on our schedule. Replication is 24/7 and from Sunday to Saturday. But example, my office is not working Sunday and Saturday, right? Is working from Monday to Friday only. So it means Sunday, Saturday, my internet line is wasting, right? If the replication is happening, that is not on my schedule. We have to pay the more money to our ISP or not here, right? So one day my boss is coming, is saying, sir, on our replication between the servers, we require our schedule. We require our schedule. So replication should be on our schedule. So then what we have to do? So then Microsoft is saying, if you want replication on your schedule, like my schedule is what? My boss is saying from Monday to Friday, and replication should be between evening time only, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So what is my replication schedule here now? I want Monday to Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. So in a day, whatever work I am doing in India, whatever work I am doing in USA, this data has to be replicated between 6 to 9 p.m. only, this one. So then Microsoft is saying, go for the site configuration. Take the help of site configuration. So how to do the site configuration? So you can see here in Active Directory site and services, we have a default site. What is the site name? Default first site name. In that, all the servers are working, system 1 and system 2 server. So this is a replication 24/7 Sunday to Saturday. I don't want this replication. I want to create my own site. So Microsoft is saying, under this Active Directory site and services, create your own site by your own name. So example, I want to create one site by the name of India. Like last class, we created OUs. The same way we have to create the sites and create one more site by the name of USA. So how many sites we have? 2, India and USA. Now your servers are not working in India and USA. Your servers are working under default first site. So move your servers, system 1 server to India site and move the system 2 server to USA site. Okay. So now between India side and USA side, we require replication or not here? So if you want replication between India side and USA side, so we have to create one site link. We have to create what here? Site link. So that's why you can see in the third line is written here, sites are connected with the site. So if you want to create 2 sites or multiple sites, so we have to create what here? Site link for replication. So we have to create site link. Give the site link any name. So I'm giving the site link name is what? India-USA, right? But once you create the site link, your site link replication is like this, 24/7, Sunday to Saturday. Now I don't want this one. I want to change my schedule. Now we can change the schedule from Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right? So Monday to Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. So now my replication will start only from Monday to Friday. There is no replication on Sunday and Saturday between India DC and between USA ADC, and replication on our schedule 6 to 9 p.m. But tell me, 6 to 9 p.m. means how many hours I'm giving for replication? 8 hours. Sorry, how many hours? 3 hours. 6 to 9. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it means I'm giving 3 hours for replication. So 3 hours means around minutes are 180 minutes. So try to understand this one. In replication, we have something is called replication interval. Replication interval, and the replication interval is by default is 180 minutes. Replication interval is by default is what? 180 minutes. So it means today my replication will start, and replication will start at what time? 6 p.m. between India DC to USA DC and USA DC to India DC, and replication interval is what here? 180 minutes. So it means 6 to p.m. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. the replication will take place only one time. The replication is only one time. What time? 6 o'clock. Now try to understand, on 6 and the same day replication is done on 6:25 p.m. On 6:25 p.m. I'm creating some user account in DC. I'm creating some user account in ADC. So my question is what? This user account, when it will update? On same day will update or next day will update? Next day, because the replication interval is what? 180 minutes. So I'm saying replication should be take place only one time between 3 hours. But that is not good. I'm wasting the other time. So then Microsoft is saying you can reduce this replication time. I want within 3 hours. Replication should be take place more time here. So I can reduce to 60. I can reduce to 30. At last one is what? I can reduce to 15 minutes. We cannot go less than 15 minutes. Last is what? 15 minutes. Now if I keep the 15 minutes here, so 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. replication is there, but replication interval is what here? Every 15 minutes. So now the first replication today will start at what time? 6 o'clock. Second replication 6:15 between DC and ADC. So now tell me, replication is multiple times or not here? Now on 6:25 I'm creating some user accounts in DC. So when this user account will update to my USA ADC? Next day? No, same day, 6:30. The next replication, 6:45 next replication, 7 o'clock next replication, 7:15 next replication. So within 3 hours I'm keeping the replication 6 to 9 p.m. 3 hours, but replication is what here? Multiple times here. So this is called what? Replication interval, right? So now tell me, on Sunday Saturday your company is not running, so there is no replication between DC and ADC. So are you saving your bandwidth? Yes. Are you saving your money? Yes. Now replication between the servers only in evening 6 to 9 p.m. So in a day, whatever the work you are doing in DC and ADC, this data will replicate only 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in evening. So before 6 p.m. can I give the internet line to my users to use for office work or not here? Yes. So I'm saving the bandwidth, I'm utilizing the internet, I'm keeping the replication on our schedule. So what the Microsoft is saying, try to understand. The experts are saying, if the servers, if the domains are in single site, if the domains are in single sites, so we no need to go for manual replication configuration, because here we are using internet line. No, we are using what? LAN. And always replication is fast, always replication is automatic, group policy will update fast, replication is always fast here. We no need to go for manual replication configuration if we have this type of network and setup for you. Okay, but if your network is like this, you have multiple branches in different locations, and you have backup servers and DC, you have DC and ADC, so you have multiple domains, you have a single domain in multiple sites. So then if you want replication on your schedule, so then we have to go for manual replication configuration here. So because whenever you go to the interview or MCSC exam 411 exam is asking this question, sir, what is sites first? Second is what, when we have to create the sites. So give the answer. If the single domain in multiple sites, then we have to go for site configuration to save our internet line, to maintain the replication schedule, to configure the replication schedule. If the servers are in single site, we no need to configure any site configuration, right? Any doubt? Now for this practical, and see here, really when you're learning this topic, especially first time, first day, you will not get anything, but try to take example and understand. So example is what here, if the multiple domain is single site, we no need to go for any site configuration. But if my single domain in multiple site, then we have to go for site configuration, because replication on our, we want on our schedule, on our dates. So that's why we are going for sites configuration. Okay, so for this practical, how many machines we require? 2 machines. System 1 is what? DC, and system 2 is what? ADC backup server. And already we know how to configure system 1 DC and system 2 ADC. But without backup server, without ADC, or before ADC, we can complete the site in DC. We can complete the site configuration in DC. Then we can add the backup server. Okay, but in the lab, in the class, today my system 2 is not ADC. System 2 is workgroup machine. System 2 is what here? Workgroup machine. So without backup server, first we'll complete this configuration in DC. Then we'll add backup server to my DC there. Okay, so this configuration where we have to do in DC with backup server or without backup server is possible. So please write down. Our next lab today, creating sites. Creating sites. So please write down, in system 1 DC, login as administrator. In system 1 DC, login as administrator. Okay, the next write down, open the Active Directory side and services console. Open the Active Directory side and services console. That is ADSS console. Open the Active Directory side and services console. Okay. Now once you open this console, it's like this. It will show you. Okay. But you can observe here, if I expand the sites, if I expand the default first site, if I expand the servers, we have 2 servers, system 1, system 2. But are you finding any sites here? No, we have to create the sites. So write down next line, right click on sites. Right click on sites and click on new site. Right click on sites and click on new site. Now once you click new site here, once you click this new site, click on new site. Once you click new site, one new window is open, and in this window is asking what here? Site name. So write down site name dash. You can give area names, country names, or state names, no problem. Site name dash India. And how the sites are connected? Sites are connected by IP, by using default IP site name. So write down select, and see here, if you're not selecting this one, you're not having OK option here. Okay, so write down select default IP site link and click on OK. Click OK, OK. Select default IP site link and click on OK, OK. So once you click OK, you can see one site is created by the name of India. So we require one more site. Yes, so please write down next line, create one more site. Create one more site by the name USA. Create one more site. Create one more site by the name USA. Okay, please tell me the method and procedure how to create. Right click on sites, click on new sites, and give the name USA. Select default IP site link, click on OK. Right, site is created. But observe here, if you expand the India site, in that we have servers. If you expand servers, are you finding any server here? No. If you expand the USA sites, if you expand the servers, are you finding any servers? No, because our servers are running under default first site. Now what we have to do, move this system one server to India site, move the system 2 server to USA site. So please write down, move the system 1 server to India site and move the system 2 server to USA site. So assume it system 1 is my DC and system 2 is my ADC. Move the system 1 server to India side and move the system 2 server to USA side. But try to understand this one. In the lab, when you go to the lab, basically it's like this. So to get the servers, what you have to do? Expand the default first site name, expand the servers, and you can find here. And today I say that my second machine is not ADC, but still you're getting system 2 account or not here. But how I'm getting? I created one dummy account here. I created one dummy. So in the lab also, your system 2 is not ADC. That is workgroup machine. So you have to create dummy account. Now see here, how to create the dummy account here. Now to create dummy account, do one thing, expand the default first site name, expand the servers, right click on servers and click on new and click on server. And is asking what is the server name, sir? So what is your next machine name? In the lab is there that you have to give. Right now my next machine name is what here? System 2. Estimate I'm in future I want to make system 2 as a backup server. So give the name system 2 and click on OK. Is created here? Yes. Now, right, move the system 1 server to India site, move the system 2 server to USA. How to move? Right click on system 1 server and click on move. And to which site? India. Select India site, click OK. Done. Is move. And see here is moving. Like this, right click on system 2 server, click on move. And select what? USA. Click OK. So it's moved. So right now my system 1 in India and system 2 is USA. But between system 1 and system 2, between India and USA, we require replication. For that reason, we require site link. So please write down next side heading, creating site link. Underline this one. Creating site link. Creating site link. Okay. So please write down, open the ADSS console. Open the ADSS console. Then write down next line, expand the sites. Expand the sites. Now once you expand the sites, then write down expand inter-site transport. Inter-site transport. Now see here, are you finding inter-site transport second option here? Right, so expand inter-site transport. Now once you expand inter-site transport, in that we have IP and we have SMTP. And try to understand, SMTP is used for mail server, but we require transferring data with DCs. So we have to go to IPs. So you can see here, in inter-site transport we have IPs, but you can see here in IPs, are you finding one site link is created here? Yes, but it's not working now. I want to create my own site link here. So write down, right click on IP and click on new site link. Right click on IP and click on new site link. Right click on IP and click on new site link. Now once you click this one, new site link, one new window will open. And in this window is asking this name. So write down name dash India. I'm giving short name dash USA. India dash USA. Or you can give any name, your choice. There is no problem there. XYZ 123 also you can give, it will accept. But display name should be good. So easily you can understand by seeing this name. Now, next what we have to do, we have to add this India site, USA site to this site link. So write down, select India and USA site. Select India and USA site and click on add. Select India and USA site and click on add. Now once you click add, is added to what here? Site link here. Then write down, click on OK. Click on OK. Now once you click OK, you can observe here, right? India, USA, one side link is created, but observe here, what is the replication? 180 minutes. And replication schedule is what? 24/7, Sunday to Saturday. I don't want this one. I want Monday to Friday, and replication interval should be reduced here. So write down next line. Right click on India and USA site link and click on properties. Right click on India and USA site link and click on properties. Right click on India and USA site link and click on properties. Now see here, once you click properties here, one new page will open. And in this page, in the down, you can see we have option change schedule, right? So please write down, click on change schedule. Click on change schedule. Now once you click on this change schedule here, one new page will open, and observe this page. Once you click this one new page is open, and in this page you can say from Sunday to Saturday night 12 to next day night 12. All these boxes are blue, so it means replication is available, replication is going on, right? This is called 24/7, but I don't want. So first we have to stop this replication, and how to stop? By using replication not available. So write down, select replication not available. Select replication not available. Okay. Now once you select replication not available, now select your schedule. So write down, select the schedule from Monday to Friday. Select the schedule from Monday to Friday 6 to 9 p.m. Select the schedule from Monday to Friday 6 to 9 p.m. and click on replication available. Click on replication available. Select the schedule from Monday to Friday 6 to 9 p.m. and click on replication available and click OK. Click on replication available and click on OK. Now see here, I want replication from Monday to Friday and 6 p.m. and this point is called what here? 9 p.m. here. So replication from Monday to Friday 6 to 9 p.m. and select replication available. The boxes are blue now, right? So whatever the work I'm doing in a day here, it will replicate between 6 to 9. So click on OK. But you can see replication every, what is written? 180 minutes. We have to reduce it or not. So write down next line. After OK, write down. After OK, write down. Select replication every 15 minutes and apply OK. Select replication every 15 minutes and apply OK. Select replication every 15 minutes and apply OK. So you can see here we can reduce like this, but you can see here we reduce the up to 15, but we cannot reduce less than 15. Option is not there, is not going there. Okay, so 15 minutes, then click on apply and click on OK. But you can see here we have one more option, that is called what here? Cost. What is the cost number? That is 100 default. Now what is the actual cost here? Here cost means money? No, here cost means speed, right? So what the experts are saying, some theory is there. What is the theory? If the internet line is fast, your cost is less. If your bandwidth is slow, your cost is high. Example, between India and USA, I'm using 2 GB internet line. I'm using what here? 2 GB. Internet line is fast or slow here? Is a fast. So cost is what? Less. You have to ask to the ISP, sir, what is my cost? The ISP will give the cost number, you have to type here, right? But if you don't know the cost number, so do one thing, leave like this. Don't type your own yourself, any number. So leave like this. If the ISP is giving cost number, type the cost number. Otherwise, leave it. Then click on apply and click on OK. Your job has done. So now, between India and USA server, if I create the account in India DC, if I create the account in USA ADC, so this account will replicate only on this data, will replicate only on our schedule from Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this is called manual site configuration. Done? Any doubt? Now come to the next topic, write down the heading. So till now we have seen what is sites and how to create the site and how to link the site by using site link here. Okay. Now come to the next topic, write down the heading RODC server, read only domain controller. And please copy this slide. Then we'll see what is the use of ROD server. Just give me 1 minute to come back. Is done, or please write down one point there. RODC server concept. RODC server concept is introduced in 2008 R2 operating system and in 2012 server operating system. RODC server concept is introduced in 2008 R2 operating system and in 2012 server operating system. So it means this concept is not available in your previous server operating system here. Okay. Next, write down. RODC server is a backup server. RODC server is a backup server. So till now I say that in our domain our backup server is ADC, but we have one more server that is called RODC. RODC also is a backup server. It's a new backup server. Next, write down. RODC server contained read-only Active Directory database. RODC server contained read-only Active Directory database. RODC server contained read-only Active Directory database. Now try to understand here. I'm saying here for our network, right? To manage the network, to design, we require DC. DC is our primary server and we have read and writable database, right? So that is our DC here. But example, I'm making one system as a ADC. ADC is a backup server. ADC is having what type of database? Read and write. But example, I'm saying I'm creating one RODC server. RODC server also is what here? It's a backup server. But RODC server contain what type of database? Read-only database. So what is the difference between ADC and RODC? If I create one user account in DC, this account will replicate to my ADC, and this account also will replicate to my RODC, right? If I create one user account in ADC, this account will replicate to my DC, and this account also will replicate to my RODC. But we cannot create the user account in RODC because it's having only which database? Read-only Active Directory database. So now tell me. So in our branch office, example in USA branch, right? We want one backup server. We want one single domain concept backup server. Which option is best here? ADC is best or RODC is best? ADC is best, not RODC. So why unnecessary Microsoft has designed this RODC server? Because some reason is there. That's why. You can see here. What is the reason? The reason is clearly written. RODC address some of the problems that commonly found in the branch office. What is the problem? In this location, in USA location, we don't want DC primary server, but we want one backup server. We can keep one backup server, and there is no physical security to your DC, right? And there is no good bandwidth, and there is no expert guys are there to manage. So example, take this help of this diagram. Tell me here. Now here we have 3 branches in 3 different locations here, in India, in USA, in UK, right? And you are the administrator of this organization, and you are the senior admin. Your head office in India, you have branch office in USA, and you have one branch office in UK. So now tell me now, how many servers you are maintaining? 3 servers, one in India, one is in USA, and one is in UK. So we have 3 servers. Okay, so we have 3 servers, and 3 servers. First is what? System 1 DC, system 2 is ADC in USA, and system 3 is UK ADC. So now my question is what? How many administrators we require to manage this network? 1 admin is enough, or 3 admins we require? How many? 1 admin. So assume you are the admin of this organization. Okay, you are the senior admin, you are working in head office, right? But tell me, in branch offices we have ADC. ADC is read and writable. So we require security or not here, right? So there is no security now, right? Because there is no admin there. But assume in future, USA branch, people are calling saying, sir, we are unable to log in because we are facing the problem in the connectivity, or we are facing the problem in the server. Now tell me, who is going to solve this problem? Admin. Where are you now? In India. Users are calling, USA users are calling, sir, please come here, sir, please solve the problem. And you are ready to go there. So I'm not saying from Amirpet to Panjagutta here. I'm saying from India to USA. You're telling to your boss, sir, please, I want to go to USA. So what your boss will say? Okay, sir, we'll send you. On which expenses? On your expenses or your company expenses? Your company will bear your expenses. Okay, your company is saying, sir, go there, USA, sir, solve the problem. Okay, and you are very happy because you're traveling from India to USA, one country to other country. Okay, you went there, you solved the problem. And after some time, you are in USA, some people are calling, UK people are calling, saying, sir, we are facing problem here, come here, sir. And you're going from UK to USA to UK. And after some time, India people are calling, sir, customers are calling, sir, please come here, we solve the problem. And you're moving from UK to India. So what is your profile, local or roaming? You are the roaming administrator, and you are very happy because you're traveling from one country to other country, not our expenses, our company expenses. Okay, that is very good. But always is good, no, because weather or your health issue is there, right? And we are not solving the problem quickly also there, right? So that's why we require 3 admins here. We require 3 administrators. We require security also, we want management. But assume it one day your USA administrator has left the job because he got a new job, and when he joined to our company, he's a fresher, and he's saying, sir, without salary I will work, sir. But after 1 year he's done the job and is having experience, and my boss is saying, sir, you have done the job, good job in USA branch, and my boss is saying, sir, your agreement is completing, so please write 1 more year agreement, next year agreement without salary, sir. So what this person will say? Now assume you're joining, you as a fresher. Our intention is what? If you are fresher, without salary also, if the company is good, will work or not here? Yes. But after 6 months, after 1 year, you are the experienced guy. Now your boss is coming saying, sir, next year also you do the job and take less salary, or don't take the salary. You will work there? No, you will say, sorry, sir, this time I'm not a fresher. I'm a experienced, I have environment knowledge, I have good knowledge. If I join to other company, really, in our IT field, we have a growth in technology, we have growth in knowledge, and we have a growth in salary also. If you join to other company, this other company will give you 20% extra, 20% extra to you, right? So that's why this admin has left the job. USA admin, he joined to other company. Now tell me, anyone is there to manage this network? No. And you are facing the problem. The users are calling. You are the admin. You're sitting in India. These guys are calling. Is saying, sir, please solve our problem, sir. We are daily coming to office. Simply, we are sitting and going back because we are unable to log in because our server is down. USA server is down. So now your boss is complaining to you, sir, please solve the problem. USA server problem. And your boss is saying, sir, please, without going there, solve the problem because your expenses are very expensive, sir. Right? So then what we have to do? You have an option, remote desktop. You have an option, remote desktop. So without going to USA, the remote desktop, you can solve the problem. But forget about remote desktop because we not reach to the topic. When we reach to that you can understand what is remote desktop, right? Now here physically you have to go. But your boss is saying, sir, will not pay any expenses. Not only on your expenses, you will go to USA. Now, right? That is our good, what we can say, quality we have that one. Okay, so we don't want to waste our expenses. So what we have to do now? So we can take the help of users also. We can take the help of user. Estimate user one is a programmer in USA and he's trying to change the field. He's learning MCSC course like you. Okay, so you can call to that user, tell to the user, sir, please come to the server room, sir. After 5 minutes, I will call you back and I will take your help to solve the problem. And this guy is very happy now because he's learning MCSC course. He's a half knowledge and now he's having chance to sit on server to solve the problem. Okay, so this guy is coming to the server room and without you're waiting, the user one is trying to log in ADC of USA. Can he log in? No, because user cannot log in. So after 5 minutes, you're calling back. This guy is saying, sir, I'm waiting in server room. I'm facing one problem, sir. Before you're starting any configuration, practical, this guy is complaining to you. Sir, I came to the server room. I tried to log in server. So please tell me. And whenever we are fresher, we have so many questions here. This guy is saying, sir, I came to server room. I'm trying to log in as a user, U1, but I'm unable to log in. Sir, please tell me where is the problem. Any problem is there? Tell to the user, said there is no problem. Everything is fine, sir. But users cannot log into server to troubleshoot the problem here. So if you want to log in, you have to log in as admin. And this user is saying, sir, please tell your name and password, sir. So what? Will give or not? Yes, this time we have to give. Tell to the user, don't log in with your name and password, sir. Right? So log in with my account. So you have to tell your account now. So what is your account name? Administrator. And your password, zoom_123. And this guy is very happy now. And is asking one more time, sir, please once again repeat it, your spelling. I want to note down in my notebook also, sir. Right? You're saying administrator and password. Okay, fine. Then who is logging actually here? User one. But which account he is using? Admin. Not only once you log in as admin, this guy is having full rights or not here? You're guiding on the phone. Sir, go here, install this service, go to server manager, remove this service, add this service, change the IP, go to the client machine, make the work group. Again, join this machine to domain. Right? Create the account, give the permission. So everything is fine now. So after some time, your network problem has solved. The user one is giving the answer, sir, everything is fine. We are logging to the client machine, sir. Our server is up, client is up. So your job has done. Yes, by taking the help of user, you have troubleshoot the network problem, server problem here, right? Now, after the call is finished, as an admin, next what we have to do? Change the password. But assume you are very hurry, you have very personal important work, right? You went to the home without changing password here. That day you left. Okay, so now tell me, next day the user one is coming before half an hour to your office because no one is there, no security is there, and this guy want to do some practical, right, on the real server, and he know that admin name and password. He's coming to the server room and no one is there. He's logging. He know the admin name and password, and he's saying, sir, my teacher teach me how to create the account, how to delete the account. He's coming to the server, creating account, deleting account. Can he do it or not? Yes, right? And he's saying, sir, my Ahmed sir teach me last day how to remove the Active Directory and again how to install Active Directory. So I will do this practically here. Can we do it or not? Yes. But tell me, when this server is a read and writable server here, but if you do any changes in this server, it's going to reflect to this server only. It's going to update to other servers also. It's going to replicate to my UK server also. It's going to replicate this data to India DC also. So not only your network is disturbed or not here. So taking the help of user is very helpful or risky here. Risky because this person is half knowledge person here. Right? So, but we cannot do anything because we are not having admin. We cannot go to there. We have to take the help of user. So then permanently fix the problem. So how to fix the problem? Tell to this guy, user, sir, I will give you administration rights, but don't give your name and your password here. Right? So tell to this user, sir, take one or estimate in this network. Right? I'm not having backup server. So tell to this user, give the right to user. right? And tell to the user install the OS in this machine and make this machine as a RODC server. Make this machine as a RODC and give the rights. And RODC contain what type of database? Read-only database here. And giving the rights to whom? Admin is giving the right to user one. So it means user one is having administration rights, but not complete rights to make only ROD server. But we have to guide how to install OS, how to assign the IP, how to install Active Directory, how to make ROD server. And after done, tell to the user login here with their name and their password, because he's having rights, installation and administration. Now tell me, who is managing RODC server backup server here? User one user is managing. But tell me what permission this user is having? Only read only permission. So here, can he create the account? Can he delete the account? No. One of the user, example user 2 is calling to this guy and is saying, sir, please sir, change my password, or I want my password is expired, so I want new password, or my account is locked. So is updating to user one. But tell me, user one, can he do anything? No. So this changes where we have to do in DC. If you create the account in DC, delete the account or modify the account, so this data will replicate from DC to RODC server. So all the accounts are updating from DC to RODC server. So if you want any changes, you have to do in DC there. Okay. So it means this time the replication is vice versa, or replication is one side here. Replication is one side only. So that's why the Microsoft is saying in Active Directory, in RODC server, we have 4 features. The first feature, try to understand, I will give you the chance, then you can copy. The first feature is what? Read only Active Directory database. Second feature is what? Unidirectional replication. Data will replicate from DC to RODC, but not from RODC to DC. But one more drawback is there here. Data will replicate from DC to RODC. All the accounts will update from DC to RODC except passwords. Except password. Password will not update automatically from DC to RODC, right? So RODC this time contain only user accounts, but not password. But when the user 1, user 2 is logging to this client machine, the request will go to RODC server. But tell me, RODC server will give the complete authentication? No, because RODC contain name, but not password. So what RODC will do? By the help of internet line, the RODC will request to DC, is not updating, only requesting, sir, what is the password of this user? DC will give the password to RODC, RODC to client, then user can log in daily, so on, like this. But one day there is no internet line between DC and between RODC server. Some of the clients are connected to RODC server. Not only this day, user 1, user 2, user can log into this client machine. No, because request is going to RODC, but RODC contain name but not password. So authentication is failed, you cannot log in. But we can fix this problem. How? By pushing the passwords. By pushing the password. So it's called updating the password. So update all the users or selected users password from DC to RODC. And this process is called credential caching. It's called what here? Credential. Credential means user information, username and password. So credential caching, we have to move it. We have one method procedure. When I'm coming to the practical, I will show you. So by the help of credential caching, push the user password from DC to RODC. So now RODC contain names and passwords. So next time when the user is logging and there is no internet line between DC and RODC server, when the user is logging to this client machine, request coming to RODC server. So not tell me this time RODC will give authentication. Yes, because this time RODC contain name and password, still the user can log in, right? But tell me, who is doing configuration of RODC server? Who is managing the RODC server? U1 user. But this user is having any other rights? Can he create the account? Can he delete the account? Can he manage the accounts? No. But he's having rights. What rights? Installation of softwares, applications, driver updates, right? He's having local rights, but he's not having Active Directory rights here. So that's why the last feature is called administrator role is what here? Separation. Because admin is not going there. Who is going? User is managing, configuring. So admin is giving their right to the user. So that is called what here? Administrator role is what here? Separation. So please write down these 4 points. Done? Finish all of you? So today we are winding up our class here. So today we have two practicals. One is configuring global catalog service and creating sites. Okay, and this RODC practical we'll see on Monday, right? For the start, we'll start the class with practical. So be here on 8:30. So we'll start the practical with RODC server. Then we'll go to our next topic, that is a DSCP there. Okay. Until now, we completed first portion of MCSC. Like I say that on the beginning, we have system admin part and network admin part. So this is called system admin part here, right? We've seen how to configure servers like this, but we are stick with Active Directory. But in server OS, not only Active Directory is one service, we have so many other services. Like from Monday onwards, we're going to start network admin part, and every day we have a new topic here. Till now, we are stick with Active Directory, but from Monday, I'm saying every day we have a new topic. Every day we have a new class there, and don't miss this one. Okay. So thank you very much for today's session, sir. Yes, sir. Said this portion, network admin is a portion of active server only, system admin. We are the system admin. We have to know system admin part and network administration. I'm not saying network administrator. Administration means what are the other services we have in server OS that we have to know how to configure, how to use, how to manage. That we are going to see.